kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here for the offense. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Snap it to the back. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Let's go! They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Coming after him. Fires on the run. And they won't be able to connect downfield. Looking for a big-time play.
These mobile quarterbacks, you want to keep them in the pocket. When you get your hands on them, man, you want to get them on the ground. A little bit of a miss there. Nice job by the quarterback buying time. Defense stuck with their receivers deep, though. Still had good coverage and forced the incompletion.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the shuffle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback keeper. Keeps it and gets the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They want to run this quarterback. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Got the first down and more. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Plows through the defense. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. And the Hurricanes have it with a first and goal. On the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in, the defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Quarterback keeps it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Across the 45. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown time. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive. Looking to take a shot. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Amaro. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has been threatening from inside the 10. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Alabama pushing the tempo. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
The option look. The pitch. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On second down, wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he hauls it in at the 25. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Canes! Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style. A 74-yarder for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time he's got it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Simple call, excellent execution moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing. Great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the lone running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Offensively, and are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'll line up for a second down play. Tosses to the quarterback. He spins that thing down the middle. And he grabs it at the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama! Now, they told us they were going to run the trick play. I wasn't sure I believed them, but they dialed it up at the right time.
Well, I bet you believe him now. And the defense didn't believe it first. They thought it was a run. You could tell they suck up. The wide receiver looks like he's going to block. Slips right by the defensive backs. It ends up being a big play. Nice call, nice timing.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Defense not showing press coverage. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. On the move is the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. sense some urgency to get something on the board before halftime. 11 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Hurricane! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Stanford. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over his block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They move the tight end all over. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Now, 4th down.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here comes the offense on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, K.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Grimmer making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And the defense do. Committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Using his feet. Kept it and he's past the marker. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Canes in the hurry up. This is a designed run. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll go with a direct snap. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. A 3rd and long coming up here. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He wants to throw. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The corners are walked up tight. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why. Hey, that's a live ball. And the offense falls on the ball, but they'll still have to give it up. They're short of the first down.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit, you cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better. Guys, he's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Paid for this?
No, do something!
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 56, Alabama 21.
now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He breaks a tackle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Past the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal at the 1. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do.
A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Price. Pocket starts to collapse. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking left. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. A little screen to the running back. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Alabama quickly back to the line.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Inside the 25. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Throws to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. This offense starts deep in a hole. Defense playing a bail technique. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the left. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fast motion from the offense. They'll immediately call timeout. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw for it. Caught. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 30. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. Touchdown, Miami. And the pummeling has started. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive. Looking deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
It's a reverse. He gets the two-point conversion as they draw ever closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep...
He caught it! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Breaks the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Back to throw, it's Price. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He makes the connection. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Wants to fire on second down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Alabama pushing the tempo. He'll call his own number. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They'll run the option. He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Alabama.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. One more play to pad the stats. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.